Living room pizza? Uh-oh. Okay, cutie. Are you hungry? What's going on? You keep running in here. What are you doing? Siksa. Siksa. We got Siksa on, everyone, with Trish streams live, so we just gotta go live. Here we go. Alright. So yeah, Will, let me get my trades viz up. Kitty, you're rubbing on the microphone. What are you doing? We got a cutie in here. We got a cutie. It's a cutie. He's a big cutie. I'll just put him on screen here in a second. What are you doing? What's going on? How you feeling? What's happening? Hey, buddy. Kitty, you're rubbing too much. Just gotta sit down. Down. Sit down, cuties. Sit down. Pull up. This. Kitty! Oh my god, get your butt out of there. Just sit down. He keeps rubbing. You just need to sit down, buddy. Just sit down, bud. Rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. What are you rubbing for? Okay. Need to get going. Alright, so go through the week. And then oh wait, let me get trade ideas. Oh man. Oh no. Kitty, come on. Go in the bedroom. Go, go. Go, go, go. Alright, and then we'll go through the trades. Got trades viz up. Takeaways, I did label them already, so got that taken care of. And then we'll take a look at the calendar, any news, and then any ideas for the weeks. Go ahead, pull up Koifin. It's not Koifin, this is Koifin. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we get Streamlabs, go to mainstream, there we go. So this is Friday, so we were down 1.6%, I think it was about 1.7% on the Dow, 1.7 on the SPX. Russell was almost 3%, the NDX was 2%, so big down day on Friday. For the week, that brought us down here. So on the week, we're down 1.6%, 1.8%. The Dow is 2.8%, the Russell is 3.8%. So a little bit of a down week last 10 days. Last 10 days we've been down. For the month, the NDX is still stronger, so it might be about even. Past 3 months, okay. So the NDX is still stronger. The Russell's down though. So the Russell, the Dow, the SPX, and the NDX are still up. So They're trending down though. I don't know if they'll just be even or what'll happen there, but so to me this is a little bit mixed. You don't know quite what you're gonna get each day. So I gotta kind of keep that in mind and look at where the money's going. One interesting thing I saw was this chart on rotations. So they're looking at the consumer staples, utilities, and the QQQ. So if we look here, utilities and the staples are outperforming the NASDAQ, and I guess they have the real estate thing on here too. So you can see that there's a bit of a rotation. So these are all the Mag 7s. Yeah, they're all down. That's a good chart. This is good. This is a good chart. You're on stream, just so you know. You're on. Well, you're not quite on camera. You're off camera, I guess. You're off camera. It is a good chart. It's showing you the Mag 7. What's this red one? Oh, Meta. So Meta is the outperformer. So maybe a bit of a rotation happening. What's in these? Let's see. They talked about these ones. They don't have any exposure to the Mag 7 things. Well, there is Broadcom. There's banks, Walmart, healthcare. That's what's in this one. So banks, little tiny bit of tech, consumer. So this is a little bit of a different ETF. But these are kind of more like defensive names. Financials. So maybe like banks. Okay. I talked about let's see, B things. So this is all defensive. This is all defensive companies. So oil, healthcare, Coca-Cola. This is an interesting. But anyway, these are performing better than the other high flyers. So the idea is that there's a rotation in the market, that we're going more toward these directions. So actually I'll keep these open so I can look at the stocks in here. Let's holdings open. JP Morgan, Johnson Johnson. Okay, there we go. We'll keep these open. We'll look for some trade ideas here, but a possible rotation in the market, save for Meta, kind of interesting, and see if it holds. But this was kind of an interesting article about the rotation, the things that they're buying. It is just one article, but I like the charts and the rotation, the idea of the rotation. You can see it. I think you can kind of see that rotation earlier in the year as well, or like even in like November, it seemed like it was kind of happening. Let's go ahead and look at the sectors. You could also kind of verify that here. Wait, we want to make it bigger. Go to settings, we're gonna go off. Click here. So we want to go to the 1 day. Well, that's not very helpful. So the 5 day, that's weird. That's up here. Is this IBB? I forget what IBB is. IBB is biotech. So healthcare, energy, utilities, staples, healthcare, real estate, oil. Yeah, those are all kind of at the top. 10 day, similar thing. So you see that kind of verified here. 1 month. Gold, of course. That might be worth doing another GLD put spread. XLP, healthcare. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at some healthcare plays maybe. See what we could do. I have one. It's gotta perform though. That thing's a dog. We'll have to take a look at the chart. XLY. Amazon was down on Friday. That wasn't good. That's just gonna be a bag we're gonna live with. So yeah, a bit of a rotation here. No. It doesn't trade till 3 o'clock. This one, is this the home builders? What IBB or what is this? ITB? So I messed up the scale. There we go. ITB is, oh yeah, the home builders or something like that. Where is... I don't know, kind of needs to start moving up. Like the 6-month trend is healthcare is down, not up. So if it's gonna go up, it needs to keep going up. We need to see this number increase, or I guess decrease and then increase. Because right now it's below the 0 line, and all these are still high performers. So financials are still up here. The financials are worth looking at, maybe healthcare, but it's not, in the long term, it's not doing well. If there was a real rotation, this needs to go back up. I mean, it's kind of in an uptrend, but it's still down 4%. So it's not as, and then the SMH is just going sideways. That's not going to go anywhere until Wednesday. So it's like, probably financials. This is just Meta and Google. This is Amazon and Tesla. Utilities, which is like, I think the highest holding in there is NextEra Energy. I don't know, the rotation is not totally solidified because I don't think these have got to be more positive. So if these go up on the week, maybe there's something there. If it maintains this trend from... See, I told you it started in November. I told you this uptrend started here. That's when I started noticing that. I wasn't wrong. He's just saying hi. He might need food. What might need is protein food. But we're looking for trades this week. We'll probably look in financials. Maybe still looking in healthcare. I'm still maybe doing that. So I think that'll be... maybe we'll put that... let's maybe duplicate this. Yeah, the protein food. I think it says protein food on it. It's regular. Alright, let's put some notes here, maybe. Trying to make some outputs for my inputs. Oh, this is the last week. Oh, and this is the last week too, so I have to do my atonement. Oh wait, we gotta check something here real quick. Maybe not that. They're still on the, they're still waiting. Oh no, they're delayed, super delayed. Yeah, super delay. Yeah, they're supposed to leave at 8:05. They're still on the ground. Oh, they're backing up now. They're backing up now. Backing up. They're backing up. Here they go. They're right there. There they go. All right, now we gotta take a pause, chat, and we're gonna watch an airplane. You can't see it, chat. Chat still sees this. Chat only sees that. I mean, they might be able to see it. No, they can't see it. They only see my. They see the stream over here. I have to watch them. I haven't watched my snaps yet. Man, they're on a max 8. What are these, door blowers? Is that what these are? What's going on? They're moving now. This tower, I didn't really know that. Well, they've moved away from the gate. Oh look, slot machines. In case you wanted to know where the slot machines. And they also, I've never seen this place. I've never seen the fitness area. I've never actually seen that. There is one there, but I've never seen it. I think if you're traveling. Uh-oh, I lost the airplane.
Remember?
Right here. They have their phone. Well, he has 2 phones. He's got iPhone and his Samsung. Yeah. Alright, I gotta put this on a different screen. Actually, I need to go to the bathroom, so we're gonna take a little break, chat. I gotta get this over with. I only want this stream to be like an hour long, so I gotta get... Oh, then we also need to look at maybe a quick look at earnings and see who our earnings winners are, and follow through with some of that. But let's see here. We want to. All right, let's take a look here. Where are we at? Flight status. All right, they are taking off on one right, I believe. If I got that. I guess we had time to go over there and watch them take off if we wanted to. It's hard. It's a weird little area to get into, though. Like, if you're not confident about getting in there, then you're not really supposed to be over there. It's like over here somewhere. Actually, where it's like over, maybe over here. It's in this area where you can watch takeoffs from this side. No, it's like where long-term parking is. It's just like a road, and then there's an empty lot that the buses use, but you're not really supposed to be in there. Got blue. There's no heavies. Private jets. This is Southwest. I don't want to lose them. That's why I'm not clicking on anything. Yeah, they're the red one. Yeah, they're next to their line up and wait. We probably could turn on the radio. If you turned on the radio on the top of the thing, you probably hear them take off. I think you just have to press the button down, and then it turns on. It's the one on top of the shelf. They might tell them they're cleared for takeoff. No, it's right here. Approach. Power. Oh, they should be clear for. Oh, maybe we just missed it.
Oh, maybe.
Not yet. They don't know they're moving. Off. I think they've been cleared. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, we missed it. Dang. But we will hear them when they go over to Oh wait, oh I missed it. That's right here. Dang. No, they'll switch them over. They'll switch them over to departure. I was listening to the wrong one. So when they take off, they'll switch them. We'll hear the plane, and then they'll switch them to departure. They go.
Hey.
You gonna send them to departure yet? Maybe they already did. They're kind of mumbly today. Is that all they said to him? They didn't like send him over to departure. They say like, they said good day, maybe they are done. Dang.
And they're following them.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I was on the wrong one. I wasn't on tower. Yeah, tower is when they're taking off or when they're landing. to land. Departure is like right now. This is where they would be on that channel. He had it on approach. Oh, why he had it on approach southwest? That's not where they click. I'll leave it. We gave it a shot. All right, let's get this going, chat. We got to keep going. So we'll look for maybe we want some high flyers, maybe communications, because that's like the outperformer. I'm in Amazon, so I don't really need to look for XLY. I got Amazon and Walmart. I don't think you need any much more than that. So we're gonna look at financials, and I'm intrigued by healthcare, so we'll think about that rotation. Let me write it down though, because I did not write that down yet. So let me go back to the week. We could still write down the week. So for the 5-day, like it's defensives, you know, it's really what it is. Oh, I like these images. They're nice. So we have like energy, utilities, staples, healthcare. I mean, that's... So we're gonna write down, rename. What's this week? This week? This is the last week of the month, y'all. Oh man, it is. It's the last week of the month. For the 28th. Man, if I wouldn't have messed up during that earnings. Don't trade earnings, chat. Just don't do it. 28. Okay. So all indices lower on the 5-day. Your best performing sectors were XLE, XLU, XLP, XLV. I don't really want to talk about the worst sectors. I don't care. I don't think we have individual. That's what I need to. Oh yeah. Let's pull that up. That's stock analysis. So best performing stocks this week. There we go. Week gainers on the week. Do it by volume. Okay, yeah, this one had quite the run on Friday when the market was going down. So we have MLGO as a penny pumper. That could be a day trade. I don't know what this is. This is like a micro cap. Neo. Screenshot. Lazy. These are your week gainers. Top 10. This. That's by volume. Let's take off this. There we go. Oh, Apple. Apple was up by Eli Lilly. Okay. Healthcare. Look at this. So look at this. Look at this. So Apple's just cash cow. This ain't never going away. I think Apple will always be with us till we die. Healthcare, energy, healthcare. China stock. Warren Buffett stock. Defensive. Like, these are all... Philip Morris. Like, come on.
I was like, ecology.
Oh yeah, their logo. Where does it show it on here? No, this website doesn't show it. Oh wait, whoops, didn't want to go. Maybe it means something about health or something.
Modest.
You pull up no. I think they make a weight loss drug. That might be also why, where they're Danish.
Yeah.
There's their logo.
See their
Well, why don't
logo.
I just Google the
Yeah,
logo? There it is.
There's the,
Oh, so they
health.
stole it.
Yeah.
But it's a symbol for health, though.
Well, if you, I need to.
Logo.
Wait,
No
wait,
AI
wait.
explanation.
It's the sun that
Egyptian
is,
deity
yeah.
Apsis.
Apps does not have.
Based on the Egyptian
Yeah.
deity Apsis. Let's read
Yeah.
about. Oh, okay. So
So the
they
apis.
they culturally appropriated.
Yeah, the apis bull was a saint.
Okay. Oh,
Very good. Yeah. Okay. Breath was believed. His
Okay.
presence to
all right.
breathe on you.
Okay. All right
Kind of
then.
interesting.
Huh. That's cool.
The apis-
Learn something new every
I
day.
plan to go.
Okay. Well, you get to see some of these cool paintings. You didn't get to see things like this in Rome. I don't think we saw anything like this.
Shows you one bird. So to me, I think this is. You know, here's Mark the
Yeah.
one there. Headdresses, probably dress. That might be bowls, and they had to particularly have a white scarab nose and
Okay.
a star. They had
Okay.
their.
Cool.
And have the scarab.
Yeah, all these are IBM, Philip Morris, healthcare, 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 not healthcare, bank. This always goes up when the market goes down. This will always. You look at if the market's going down, look at AT&T. It's probably going up. They increased their dividend too. I don't know. But this, I mean, really, this.
That's kind of to me. This is solid. Like this.
Depends on how you invest. If you're an NVDA person, you're looking at this going, oh shit. Oh shit.
This is
Somebody's
the
scared. This is the I'm scared, oh shit handle. This is an oh shit list.
Yeah.
I mean, these are good companies though. These are
Good
solid.
company.
These are all solid companies. But yeah, if you're an NVIDIA trader or you're like a Meta trader or you're all up in the penny pumpers, like this freaks you out a little bit. I think it just depends on how you trade and what you're looking for. But it does confirm that people are unsure. And they put their money back into these companies. It kind of confirms that idea that things are rotating. Things are moving in a different, like people, yeah, they're excited, but they're still cautious. I think this shows that there's caution in the market. When everybody starts putting their money back in Apple, they're cautious, you know? Oh, did it have earnings? I don't remember if it had, I don't think it had it this week. I think it was last week. I was like trying to play this, but I didn't hold on to it long enough. It was down. I should have just held on to it. It was like $50 or something. I was like, didn't hold on to it. God, I don't know why I didn't do that. I should have just held on to it. I was playing it somewhere. No, maybe it was down in here. This is just February. Let me go back. So yeah, it was like, yeah, it was way down in here, and I was messing with it, and it wasn't moving enough, and so I kind of like broke even and got out. I should have just waited.
Props for really go. Here's one.
Oh, those are through the roof. Those are supposed to be the best performing.
Right now.
Coffee, sugar,
Coke.
coca, the
Chocolate.
Yeah, the cocoa futures. Yeah,
Coffee is struggled.
that's because climate change. It's not because it's like more demand. It's because we can't grow it. That's a problem.
And coffee farm, other
I can maybe look at the futures if I could see it here. So futures, coffee futures. What's the? It won't show. Oh yeah, that's the thing. It won't show me the chart for some reason. I don't know why. Now I can't really trade coffee because the initial margin that you need to trade coffee is $13,000. So I probably won't be trading coffee futures. Oh, but you could trade mini currencies. I should try to trade mini currencies. I didn't know you could do that. So you can trade the Australian. Ooh, these don't have. Ooh, I should try to. Ooh, this could be my first foray into Forex. I didn't know they had micro futures for currencies. So some people are Forex traders. They just trade currencies. I didn't know there were micro versions because usually you have to take out these huge margin requirements for Forex. Little tiny, like if you're interested, if you think like this is Euro USD, so if the dollar goes down, the euro usually goes up. So you'd want to trade Euro USD. I didn't know it was a micro contract. All these times I've been, this is interesting. I might put this on a watch list just to start watching the currencies. Because these margin requirements are even less than index futures. So you're not holding up as much buying power to trade them. I wonder how liquid they are. So yeah, like how many people are trading these. So a tick is like 1 cent. Every tick is I didn't know these were micros. I don't know why I didn't know that. I guess I wasn't really interested in Forex. That's why. I wasn't a Forex trader. That was the first thing I kind of learned about with trading. For some reason, I saw the Forex stuff, but then I didn't understand it, so I didn't... It's just the currencies. It's money. It's the money. It's all the monies. Yeah. It's all the monies. Currencies around the world. Yeah. The big currencies. You could trade like peso USD, you could trade Euro USD, Australian dollar. Probably not. You probably could trade it, but you have to find the market for it. So there has to be a market maker for that exchange. But let me put that in my little ideas area here. New trade idea, micro. And it could be a market indicator, so it could be some sort of little indicator that something's going on. Wish this would stay up. I click away and then it... I did a little micro clean on the closet. But yeah, it needs to be cleaned out because we're running out of space. We need to reutilize our space. Like all that's just old stuff. There's nothing in there that we're accessing or using. Like if you haven't accessed or used something in a year or so, like it needs to go. Because then you just acquire and acquire, and then you get double the things because you don't know what you have, and then that's not good. Okay, so we have our list here. No, and I saw the Chevron chart the past couple days. That's a decent chart. It's bullish. But then I'm afraid because then it's like, well, the administration wants to bring down oil prices. Well, if oil prices come down, how do oil companies make any money? But then they might also be able to explore. But again, if the oil isn't worth the squeeze, then it's not... I don't know if you keep the prices low, it's not... there's no incentive to, I think, explore. That's my only concern about energy companies or trading energy companies, is that there's been a, you know, Trump, you take him at his word because, like, he says things, then he does things. Like, he said he want oil prices lower. Well, that's probably what he wants. So it's probably what he's going to get. They're going to trade it to that way. And it's, I don't know. I don't know how that affects oil companies. I guess I don't really know, but I feel like I've heard before that, like, for oil production to be profitable, it needs to be about $70 a barrel. If it falls below $70 a barrel, it's not profitable to go out and explore. So, and then that means to me that the oil companies, maybe they're not losing money, but they're probably not making the things that the market likes to see to make them move higher.
Some of the oil and some of these
Okay. So we're still cutting costs. We're still in a cutting cost, a lot of cost cutting. I gotta keep going. I want to just keep this to an hour. I'm already at half an hour, so Bitcoin's down. That's not great. Yeah, like you could trade the yen, you could trade the euro. No, with these micro contracts, I might open up myself to we'll see how they trade. Trade currencies. They probably follow trends better. They probably don't, like, some weird idiosyncratic thing, like, doesn't buck them out of a trend. Unless it's like macroeconomic data. Like, you probably don't want to be in currencies when the Fed is talking. Probably not a good idea. Let me pull this. Lazy, I don't want to. Plus, I can't really. Our computer doesn't have any space on it. All right. So what were the bottom 5 for the week? So GDX, XLY, KRE, OIH, Oil Explorers. XLY. Oh, I need to do that, and I realized I need to get, so we're gonna go from Nazaré back to Lisbon. And supposedly, if you take the train and do that, I mean, the train goes right to the airport. So we're gonna go back, and there's a hotel at the airport. Stay there for a night, and then get on the airplane back to America. So I need to get that hotel room on the 12th. So that's what I need to get a hotel room, and I need to get an Airbnb in Nazaré. OI, GDX, KRE, OIH. And then the summertime, I have to... As I look back, I found my little itinerary I made. Is it up? Do I have it up still? I don't think I have it up anymore. This is a sidetrack. I gotta stop doing this. But I'll pull it up and then I gotta go back to work. So I wanted to go to Sintra. So we need our tickets for Sintra, and then I'm gonna need tickets for, like, we're not even going that far down there. This area we're staying kind of in the lower. I mean, if we got a car, we could go to the Algrave, but that's not really the point. The point's to see a wave. So So I was gonna do Coimbra. You see that on the map? Coimbra. That's what Rick Steve said to go there. It's above Nazaré. It's north of Nazaré. Coimbra, Fatima, and Tomar were the areas that I was gonna go to. I mean, if we had a car, we could probably go to Porto. And I was even thinking about going to Porto, but this is too much. There's too many Airbnbs, too many logistics. But if you stayed in Porto for like 2 days, you could take the train all the way back to Lisbon. But I don't know if I want to do that. I think that's might be too much. No. Coimbra, Fatima, and Tomar. Those are the main side treks. Yeah, and they're on the same... You could almost do Fatima and Tomar in like the same day. If you had a car, you could probably do it in one day. There's caves. There's also some caves along that road that I wanted to see. The theme of the trip, I was trying to keep it to a theme so that you know what to... Like, 'cause you can't see everything. It's about natural wonders. So the natural wonders of Portugal. That's the theme of the trip. So that's the theme. So like go to natural history museums in the Belém district. Belém. So that's by the Belém Tower. There's a nautical museum there. That's also where you get the famous little desserts. So we'll eat lots of those. I don't know what else is over there. Right, I gotta get this done. Oh, okay, keep going. Keep on trucking. So now we're into the trades that I did for the week. And I've already labeled them. So the trades I pulled off are positive. So we're going back to the old standard. We're not going to play earnings. I can tell you that. That totally messed up my P&L. But hey, tried it out. The butterflies, they have the risk reward is 2-to-1 risk reward. If you're right, you are right. If you're wrong, you are so wrong. You can't... You're either really right or you're really wrong. There's no other way to put it. Alright, this is my Walmart. This is my covered call. That's working out. We'll just hold on to Walmart till we die and keep selling covered calls on it. This got positive. I freed up some capital. I might think about getting back into this. But it freed up some capital. I made some money. Kind of just moved on from it. Could have made maybe more money, but it'll allow us to get a healthcare. I think, well, I need to get rid of Tiva. Tiva's not working out, man. We'll see how that's doing this week. This is my TQQQ Iron Condor roll. This is my Skechers roll. I'm okay with Skechers. I've made money with Skechers before. SoFi, this is a financials, so we're selling puts in SoFi. This was, what was the, on the 20th? I didn't put a reason down for this. What's this one? Covered call? Oh, because I rolled it, that's why. Crude trade. Was this a long? Man, and then it just tanked. Should have been in this trade. Well, you don't want to... I don't really want to be short over the weekends. I don't like that idea. I could be short from Sunday to Friday, but not when you can't see what the market's doing. Another crude trade. These are all trendline trades. Was this Friday? Oh man, how much did I miss out on this one? I gotta hurry up because I still gotta get in the shower and then we gotta be out of here at like 11:30. I gotta go. Yeah, I haven't really eaten anything because I tend to overeat when I go out, so I'm leaving room. I think we'll try to head out around 11:30. I still need to shower, but we're up and about. No, I need to set up the second bedroom for my mom because we need to get that treadmill down. Because she needs to. I know she's not like unfit, but like, I think you need to be walking. Like, because what I did before Rome was kind of the bare minimum. And and there's hills in Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like, yeah.
Map. Italy
Update. So yeah, this is going to be my March goal. I need to update my trading journal. Okay, new trade ideas, got those. Okay. Keep going through the trades. With crude, if I trade crude, I need to take on more contracts. I don't know if I should keep trading the indices. These are all trend line trades. This has exploded to the up. This is probably a trend line trade, but it wasn't the right direction. I should have waited on that. I think I made money on one of these and then go anywhere. I would have held on to them for a day though. I would have made $600. We already washed them. Oh, wow. That was a break even. I think this is my new trade. So the other ones were rolled. I don't know if this journal is bringing in everything correctly. This was trend line. It was the right direction. How much did I miss out on this one? Man, just held on to this at the end of the day. I traded it here. It went all the way down here. I did not hold on to this trade long enough. Leaving money on the table. I seem to trust my instrument. Trust myself. Oh yeah, my PLTR trade. Palantir trade. Yeah, the dude's selling. Yeah, they're cutting defense, but I don't think they're gonna cut Palantir. I don't think they're cutting. I don't think they're cutting this out of the budget because he's not about building things so much as he's about the data and that kind of. Oh, hey, Karp wrote a book. His name Karp. Well, he has a name. Oh, his name is it Alex Karp? Yeah, it is. Book. Magical Republic. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah, I gotta read this.
Yeah, kind of out, and he.
This is how these people think. This is a.
I don't know what he's got in mind. Like,
our most brilliant engineering minds once collaborated with the government to advance the world, change that their efforts secured the West's dominant place in geopolitical, but that relationship is now eroded with perilous. But now they're all in power, though.
But it says rewards the shallow. So I don't know what he's. Hunters build these photo shares, wittingly becoming better. This complacency. Well, now we've got our generation. Narrow-minded. I'm like, where's he? Government must have.
They've put these people in power, yeah. Like you have David Sachs, you have
reject intellectual ability and preserve space.
What's this mean?
I know.
What does this mean?
I don't know. Reject it.
May refer to an inlet in which develop.
I mean, they're just borrowing.
So, like, you're not learning. You're not.
That human intelligence has declined over time. So I'm like, are they tapping into this? But what do you have to do with artificial
I think it means
intelligence?
like kind of the way that I have to function in my job.
Yeah.
It's like I have to bring in information, I use it, but I'm bringing in so much information in. It also has to leave at the same rate,
Right.
so I'm not
Right.
really processing anything.
Right.
I think and so you're just kind of living in this. You're not thinking about anything
Right.
deeply. I think
Well,
that
no,
might
and
be
then
what
they go,
he's
yeah.
getting at.
So if you go back to where he might have gotten this back in the day, this is a thesis that human intelligence. Yeah, this is part of what I remember. And then what's happening now? I don't know. You have to go borrowing terminology.
You know, I
human
kind of
population.
agree, but then I
Yeah, know
kind
you
of
gotta
disagree.
validate some of it.
And I agree and I disagree. I can see it in my own life that
I don't
now,
know.
well, as a teacher, I spent more time, you have to, synthesizing what you're doing. In my current situation, I do that kind of here. I could do it more with my trading. I review my trading every week, so I'm looking at what I'm doing, I'm reviewing, I'm not just jumping into each week without reviewing my mistakes. Even though I make the same mistakes over and over again, I'm still going back and thinking about what happened. In my 9-to-5 job, they don't emphasize that. So it's like I'm doing something. It's just I'm doing. I'm not really, we're not coming back together as a group. We're always talking about what we have to do next, not necessarily like reviewing those processes or like thinking about how these things work. Like a lot of the stuff that I do, I was not included in, so I don't have that perspective, and we don't go back and like review it. We're always moving forward. We're never really reviewing.
Well, and
Or if people are, we're not doing it as a group. It's not a group thing to do.
doesn't. Okay.
So he just came out with this book.
Yeah. What?
Huh. This might be one that I could listen to. I don't know if I want to read this. I could listen to it though. I think there's already I already bought a bunch of books though, but this is important because these are the people that are in power.
I know.
So you kind of have to, like, if you don't necessarily believe it, but you have to listen.
I'd have to look at. Oh, I think it'd be interesting. Called the heat.
He went to
Yeah,
he got a doctorate degree. So he actually finished college. He's one of the few one of the few people in Silicon Valley that actually finished school and went and got an advanced degree.
University. All right, let's see.
No, that'll spoil the book. Then we just listen to it. Come up with your own idea. And that's one of the things too, like, I gotta get finished with my stream because I'm running out of time. But what I'll say, the last thing I'll say is, like, when you're working in a science community, you spend time reading the new articles and discussing them with other people. There's no other job that does that that I've been in, that my role has looked at that. Like in science, everybody's gonna read, like, there's a weekly meeting, there's free pizza, and you go in and someone's discussing an article. So you're reading it, someone's presenting it, you're talking about it. That's the only place where I think on every level, everyone was expected to read the article, you know, and participate in the discussion. That's the only job where that's really happened. Like but every job, every sector, everything has a scientific journal to it. So whether it's teaching, finance, instructional design, whatever it is, there's people out there doing studies, trying to figure things out. But that's the one thing that's kind of lost in, like, well, my job, it shouldn't be that way, but I think, I mean, we're busy. But, like, instead of having these meetings, I don't know what kind of meetings we're having, to be honest with you. These meetings aren't very exciting. I mean, I guess what could happen at these meetings is people could talk more about what they're doing, because a lot of people are doing cool things around AI, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. They have all these things out and about, but, like, no one's talking about them or bringing them together, or, you know, even studying them in real time. Like, what's the impact of you using AI in your course? Because people are now using that so you can make your courses more, we know that you can make them more accessible. You can speed up work. So, like, if you, like, for me, if I was a student now, I'm not gonna lie, if I had a discussion prompt, I'm putting down my ideas for the discussion prompt, I'm putting the prompt in ChatGTP, and it's pumping out my first draft. And then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tweak it and, you know, put it in my voice. But how is that impacting learning? Like, do we have any information around that? Like, I don't know if I'm just missing something at my job, or maybe we're not talking about it because there's so much else going on, but, like, that stuff to me is more impactful than having a meeting about operational things. Like, all operational meetings should be a recording or an email. Like, there should be no operational meetings unless there's, like, a new leader or there's a completely new process we have to follow. Like, don't have operational meetings. Like, you need meetings more about, like you said, synthesizing or bringing things together. Like, input, yeah. No, maybe I'll pay attention to that more closely this week at my job. Find out what the outputs are. What are our actual outputs? What are my actual outputs? Because I feel like it is a lot of inputs. I guess some of my outputs are like what my courses look like. but that's not very satisfying.
Right.
I don't ever
Might be
see
discouraged.
the thing about those is like I don't interact with any of the I fix it and it sends away. Like I don't really beyond that, like I'm not teaching it. I don't know any of the learners other than in the discussion boards, and a lot of times I don't even have time to read that. Like I'm supposed to be going in the discussion boards and kind of being a silent moderator, so to speak, but sometimes I don't have the time or the energy to do that, and I feel like all the tasks I do share the same cognitive load. So I can't go from like QAing a course to going into the discussion forums because it requires the same kind of attention and energy. So I'm never able to task switch other than being like distracted. Like, and that's even high on the cognitive load. That's way too much for my brain. I got to stop doing that, but it's kind of hard. But it's like every task has the same load. And so it's like, okay, I have to QA this like 4 courses. But when I spend 4 hours on my own course, I don't have the cognitive energy to go and spend. So the process needs to change. Like I can't give both courses the same level of attention. And I don't know if I'm just stupid or like, I know that I get overwhelmed at about 4 hours. I can do about 4 hours of the tasks I need to do, high attention to detail, the best that I can. But then I'm expected to go do the same, like, jump right back into it, and there's no switching.
Repeating the process.
Yeah, it's just repeating something over and over and over again. But it does require kind of a high level of attention, and so you get tired. It's like you're sitting there writing a paper for hours and hours. It's that's what makes it hard to continue to do the work. And I could even like, okay, so maybe you go and do professional development, but then that still requires, I don't know how to break that up, I guess. Like, and even if like, okay, maybe I wanted to go work on some documentation, do some extra work, still the same cognitive load. Maybe that's just the job. Like maybe don't have the brain capacity to do that. I don't know. And then I want to do this, which also requires.
Probably attention.
This is a.
Attention. Following.
Well.
Looking back, remember.
Yeah.
Being able to read.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your brain is suitable. I think
yeah, I don't know. That's what makes it difficult is I can't, and that's how it slows down the workflow is that like after doing my own courses, I do not, maybe that process needs to be refined. So it's like they want you to do a full entire QA on some that's just not necessary anymore. It's really not necessary to go through the devs with the fine tune. Unless there's big changes to our template, you don't have to do that. So maybe that process needs to be shortened. So like when you're QAing somebody else's course, you don't look for everything. You can't. I don't think I can. So maybe, well, there's places where I might just do that so I can get through the process and maybe find some progress. And then if I can go back and look at something deeper, that's okay. But I think it's on the responsibility of the person that owns that course. You go through that with your own fine-tooth comb and someone comes back with a bigger brush and does the bigger strokes across your course. Because I can't.
You have to be an expert.
Well, and the thing is, too, that's the other thing. So I was left out of some of those QA developments and like the checklists and the worksheets and like how they develop the template. They left me out of those conversations. And so they're extremely, the person that made them, of course, knows everything about the template.
Right.
I don't, because you didn't include me in it. You didn't talk about the changes, so I don't know all the things that are happening.
There's the red flag or there's a little bit here.
So they know everything about the template.
And you're supposed to go.
And they don't.
Door.
Yeah, the back door, and then I get. I mean, they give me the feedback. They're nice, but then it's like, well, no one talked about that change, you know. And so it's like you're not as familiar. So they're extremely familiar with the template because they created it, and I'm somewhat familiar. I see it visually. I see the layout, but I'm not intimately familiar with it. So, and like when they make changes, you know, it's like, well, they know that because they did them. Like, I guess they notify us. I don't really know. That's where I don't really. There's like a, I don't know, that's that I wish there could be, that there could be something like maybe like when we make a change to something in a module, they need to put an asterisk next to it that this thing was updated so you could visually see what was up to, even if you don't go and read the notes. If you went back to the template and you saw an asterisk, which you know that you have to remove, then you know, okay, that was updated. I need to go and look and see what page was updated. Anyway, that's way off topic. We got to go back to Amazon here. We're doing a cover call on this. That was a rant. I hope no one finds this. No one's watching, so I think we're okay. Oh my god, we're already an hour 15 minutes. I gotta go. Was this a trendline trade? Was this short? Oh, it was another oh yeah, this was another one. Dang. I think I tried going short again and I should have just kept going. Gotta trust my instincts and intuition and instruments. This was an overnight trade. This one was an okay trade. That was fine. Alright, trades are done. If I wouldn't have traded earnings, I'd still be up, but that's okay. Lesson learned on that. Don't do earnings butterflies unless you have a specific account for such things. So those are the trades. What do I currently have on? So I know what to monitor come Monday morning. And I would assume too, because usually when you have these crazy Fridays that are down, the next trading day is either going to be flat or it's going to be slightly down. It probably isn't going to be a 2%, 3% down day, but it's probably not going to be a great day for trading. Unless buyers come back in and are all excited about buying the dip, but I don't know about that in front of NVDA earnings, so I think Monday will be kind of lackluster to down. So I'm in Amazon. I need to monitor I might just let this one go. If Amazon's going to keep going down, I'm collecting all that credit. Tiva, this thing needs to perform. I got too many shares in this one. This position I don't like. I need to update this position. I don't like this position, but we'll keep going with it. Skechers needs to get positive. We got Walmart. I already rolled this once, so I'm gonna need to collect the credit on that. We're just gonna sit on Walmart. If KeyBank is positive, maybe. Well, it's a bank though. It's a bank, so we might just hold on to that one. It's cheap and it's a bank. So I might already have my bank coverage here. I got SoFi, KeyBank. I have TLT and Bitcoin. I think I have enough financial exposure. I think I'll still scam. We have enough financial exposure. And then my tech exposure is TQQQ. Trading view. Let's take a look at TQQQ. Right here. So we are in an iron condor, which I'm not upset about. So my other stop is down here, I think down here. So if we do get, I was able to roll up my calls for a credit on Friday because the market went down. So I made money on that, a little bit of money on that, and I was still able to roll up and out for a credit. So I rolled up and out for a credit. So now I have a decently sized iron condor that comes down to this trend line. So there might be an opportunity, which I don't really want to do, but there could be an opportunity to roll down, maybe keep the same expiration, but roll down the calls. But that also narrows the Iron Condor, so maybe we just let it be, because there's so many days left on this, but it is narrow. There's a narrow Iron Condor. It'd be nice to have the whole thing be profitable. Maybe take one off. So if this gets profitable this week, I'll take one Iron Condor off. I'll think about that. IBIT. I don't know if I'll roll that. There's so many days to expiration. My expirations go way too far. So I need to let these credits expire. Just let them get closer to 21 days, because I'm way out in time right now. I still have the ability to add some things to the account. So we could still look. So Tiva's my one healthcare play. I can maybe find another healthcare play. We can look in communications. I'll be watching Forex, I think. Let's just write that here. So we're going to, if we can reduce position size on TQQQ, let credits roll off. And we want to add, so for our trade ideas, we want to add XLC, XLV, want like defensive names. So that's kind of what I have a little note here to like interesting takeaways from podcasts. I didn't really summarize any podcasts, so I need to do that. But those are our trades. So the next thing, take a quick look at the news. Let's do that real quick. See if there's anything popping up. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. Looks like they landed. Yeah, they're now at the gate. Oh, so I didn't really realize Tucson was south of Phoenix. So Tucson must get even hotter. Oh, okay. Does it get bloody hot there, though? Okay. Okay. So German, this will affect the German markets when they open. Tracking this, reviving the economy. Hardline immigration measures. Man, the whole world has kind of gone this weird, like, nationalist. I don't know anything about this guy. Set to win. Yes. Said he would be happy to trade his presidency for Ukraine's NATO membership if your president said to be clear. It was clear he won't be in power for decades. Hold elections, there's nobody in Ukraine. Who's even there anymore? Huh. Sad. I like how they're making Zelensky the enemy now. I mean, maybe he is, but it's also he did not start this war. He did not start this war. He did not invade his own country.
No.
He didn't start this war.
Bullshit.
They're making him like he's the villain. I like that. I like that spin.
Whether he's
That's-
not a villain, but
I mean, I know he doesn't want to go to the table because he knows he's going to have to compromise with Putin, and nobody wants to do that. I understand. It is kind of sad they're making him out to be the person that's not. Putin's the bad guy. Like, let's all remember, everybody, Putin is actually a bad guy. Yes, we can talk to him. Yes, we need to talk to him. He can't be left out because you leave your enemies alone. You don't know what they're doing. So yes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, but he's still a bad guy. Like, let's not get that twisted in any way, shape, or form that he is a bad person. He's a bad guy. I don't know that Zelensky is as bad as Putin. I don't know. All politicians are bad, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't think Zelensky's as bad as Putin. Putin is still a bad guy, okay? Silicon Valley's release reveals its political ambitions. Notes on startups and how to build the future. The power broker. Building efficient government. No, and the thing is too is this whole idea that you can take you can take some of the ideas, but it's like taking the ideas of building a private enterprise and applying it to government where you're talking about people. It's not just about building your business and for yourself and like you're and you have to, and like a startup in Silicon Valley, it's also not global. So yes, they might have like global partners, but and they can work in little avenues in other countries, but like when you're a leader of a country that's powerful, It's about relationships. It's about people. It's about the interaction with the world. Like a startup is not a country. Like you can apply some of the ideas, but what I think they forget about is that there's people in your country. Like they forget about like, oh, you need jobs. Like you need things to like, at their companies, they can eliminate jobs. They can eliminate people. In a country, you can't do that.
Well, let me make this.
Like,
so when you have something, government, have a populace of vote people, there's a power. People often fall into the trap that we have this government. Our government is not. Our government is supposed to work
by the people, for the people.
But when it doesn't, then the people.
But then it's like
they think they can apply something that was successful on.
And then it's like a startup is not by the people, for the people. It's solving a problem. So presumably when you start a company, you're trying to solve a problem. But like, it's not, it's about your, yeah, it's a different. Yeah, it's not just about one guy and his company. It's about, yeah, it's not about that. And it's about the balance of those powers.
Three balances of power. You can't enroll those sacred. You know, you have a social, a political, an intellectual, and spiritual component to power as a people. Now we want to push it in a framework of these things that hold up the tripod.
And it's gonna be messy inherently. Like you can clean up your startup, and you can clean house and make it kicking people to the curb. You can't do that in a country, and especially in a country where you don't have a high birth rate. You cannot kick people out.
So here we go.
You cannot do that.
Our little boat, right? Here's the United States of America. Then we have these people and leader. Okay, we're all in the same boat. And all of a sudden, this leader, forward thinking, kind of back in his 200, 300 years, little republic, moving forward. Then all of a sudden, we have one going like this. Oh, you out, you out, you out.
Yeah, trying to get rid of people on the boat and trying to still go forward.
Rise this boat up so it goes up over the way. That ain't
you need more people to row. I think you need more people to row.
And you get back over here, more people to figure out who's unhealthy, secure your borders so the sharks aren't jumping in wherever those sharks are coming from.
I think you need, they're always talking about less people. I think you need more. Like, I don't know. I know that means more money, but like you need.
They have the desire to come to a country and hold up its ideas and values. The American company, a company-run country isn't going to work because you're going to have jealousy, fighting. You're going to have people.
Yeah, I think you lose sight of the Constitution.
There's no empathy, passion for the retard, for the person who doesn't speak the right language, for the brown person who's mentally ill, for the white person who doesn't understand what's going on and meth and drugs, got a big
or just kind of oblivious to
the farmers trying to plow the fields, and then got the officers, got the prison guards, on it. Then we have people or make it. But we're not just one simplistic.
Well, and like this ideal, so like this is kind of like I'll have to read these books, get the full context, but it's like. The mark of a hustler, a true entrepreneur, is creating the job you wanted. That's not what government is. So if that's like what you believe, it's not. That's not what it is. It's not.
We'll see.
Anyway. I don't know. That's. Well, and it's like they
It's
shove
worse
it
than
off.
what's going on in
They shove it off as
other
it's
cities
like
of the
that's
world.
that person's personal
Yeah,
problem.
oh, you,
Like it's
why
their
your bootstraps, you're
problem.
supposed to like that for
Yeah,
American
and
women, too.
it's harder to do that though now. Like you have to, from the perspective of a billionaire, yeah, it's easy because you're already a billionaire, but it's like, yeah, and you worked hard, but you got to remember that a lot of these people have had a lot of privilege. Like Microsoft owner Bill Gates, he didn't grow up poor. Bezos didn't grow up poor. They were maybe middle class. They were poor. They didn't bootstrap themselves. They had people around them that had money. I mean, some people are poor. Like, there's some people that come up from the bottom. Some people are immigrants. Parents come here with like $20, and they strap it together. But I don't know how many people are doing that now. Like in Silicon Valley, like and the thing is, they also, this last thing we'll say, I got to get ready to go. We have to, no, this is no, if I don't have this in the room, I get a tremendous more amount of done. Even if I'm distracted on YouTube, if this is in the room, I don't get anything done. It's, especially when I'm doing like regular work tasks. But like, no, them thinking like, oh, anybody could do it or this or that. But if you want to,
out west, you know, also we're kids. We're Western.
yeah.
We grew up in the West.
Oh, that is, no, thinking about, no, that'd be an interesting art. No, that has not been addressed.
And Chris
that all, no, think about the people behind Trump. The people behind Trump at the inauguration are all people that live in Texas and California, who did not really, well, Texas voted for Trump, but California didn't. But no, that's an interesting perspective that before, a long time ago, you think about the president and who supported the president. Those are all East Coast people. Now it's like Florida people, Texas people, and California people. And it's a bit of a switch, I think. Huh. I don't think anyone's really talked about that. Like, they talk about the West Coast in terms of Silicon Valley, but they don't, a bigger conversation about how there's, that's interesting. I never really thought of it that way. All right, let's do one last check chat, and I gotta go. Siksa has to stay in, though, because I don't want him to go out and not come back. No, and then, like, Musk says federal workers must detail what they got done or risk losing their job.
Once a bullet point, and I was like, okay, I kind of agree. She didn't go boom, boom, boom.
Well, you know, when you do this, so it's like, okay, so how are they doing it? Who are they sending it to? Who are like, what for? Like, if you look at some of my work in the
responding, but here's another little representative.
Well, and then this whole stuff, like, what's this?
Constituents like ask and having their chat. Why is this South African government go back now? Why is he?
And he grew up, you know, he grew up in apartheid. And we've watched some of those old newses about people that were in the apartheid times. Those people, you want to talk about the most racist, terrible people.
What happened in Zimbabwe? This is South Africa. We were hiking around with some people, and one of the young farm was taken back by the Zimbabwean. She was the other. She's like, they're in the first. Her parents were like, farmland. Want my family land back. My family were nothing but racist whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
she
In between
trying
the
to
two
figure out
worlds,
her
yeah.
identity.
And I see this too, like, okay, so the dude works 70 hours, that's admirable, but like it seems like even in my job, like today's day and age, you need to account for every second you're like they're making us log our time and only certain things really count, and it's like to me somewhere where I work, I'm not going to say where I work because I won't say it on screen, but it's almost like they want to copy the private sector. Like they want to copy it. It's like you're not that though. It's the same thing. It's like, yes, you are in some ways. You need to be responsible with your money. You need to know, okay, we have this many people coming in, this many people graduating. You know that, but to treat people who are salaried like they're hourly, I don't know.
Well,
it's like
it down to everybody has to work by the hour. What I see here, minute to minute to minute, you're going to get paid by the minute. Remember our attention span shrinking down to what? Now it's our work. You know, I can do about this. We don't need salary. You barely need an hourly worker. You're just going to have to task done. You're going to get paid by your job, like the gig, the economy. I got this done.
That means they don't have to give you benefits. Box. They don't have to.
You're going to get.
They don't have to take care of you.
50 cents for that. 25 cents for that, and.
It would be nice if your job wasn't tied to your health care and all these other benefits, but like, you take away the salary, I think you take away...
Pensions are already gone, though that's way old.
I don't know if I'm torn on pensions, whether those are...
But you know what? Wait till you're old enough to like start thinking about what that little...
I have a pension. I don't know if I'll get it, but I do have one from the state of Nevada.
It'll be there.
It's not very much money, but it's something.
Like $260 from Alaska because I got myself vested.
I do, that's what I have. That's groceries, man.
But you know what I lost out on is I said lifetime benefit.
Alright. Alright, I have to probably wrap this up. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I only wanted to do 1 hour. But I will scan, so let's go ahead. Input, output. We got to think about our outputs. Let's go through here. Just take a look-see at the summary. I guess I could also put down like how many trades I do. I'll do that later. But here's our summary. We have our sector performance for the week. We went through the best performing sectors, the worst sectors. We got our best stocks, worst, or mostly the best stocks. First by volume, then by market cap. We have some plans for our trades this coming week. We do have earnings. I need to go through that. I also need to scan for earnings winners. So let me put that in here. So I still need to scan. But I need to make my short later, so I can do that later. So scan. Earnings. Winners. For the news, I think we're looking at more Doge. We're looking at this or that. We're looking at tariffs. There's NVDA earnings this week. Put that on here. So NVDA earnings. I didn't go to any podcasts yet. I think I listened to one. I listened to All In, I think. With some more Doge. That's all they talk about. I will start looking at currencies. I think with the margin requirements here, I'm intrigued. Euro USD, the 6E contract, M6E contract. I like that idea. And then what I want to do in March is put in my trading plan. So like when I put in a trade, I can put it in touch points, trend line, the qualifications for a covered call. So let's put that in there. So I like covered calls. So we're doing covered call criteria. I have my VWAP trade in there. I have my 915 trade in there. I need my trend line trade. And then the selling puts trade. Selling puts criteria. Which kind of comes into play this week. If volatility increases, we could sell more puts. So we'll think about doing that. And then also looking at these books here. Oh, and the Peter Thiel are the Alex Karp book. PLTR book. And I think for trades we're looking at communications, healthcare, and defensive names, and now currencies. I think that's what we're gonna look at for some new trades. All right, so that's it. I think that's it for today. I'll put up my short later. But again, this is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended for recommendation or financial advice. Trading is risky. Please do your research. And I need to update all my logos. I would put that in my goals too. I need to update all my proactive trader logos. Okay. So yeah. The full week. We got NVDA this week. Probably some Fed speak. This and that. More Trump show. Let's go. And I wish you a safe and profitable trading week. Bye bye.